Have you ever paused and realized that the year is almost over, and there are people you haven't spoken to in months, or even years? Maybe it's a friend you drifted apart from, a family member you've been avoiding, or someone who once meant the world to you. Time moves fast, and December is slipping away. The truth is, these conversations matter more than we think. Imagine this. A few weeks ago, a woman named Aisha found out that her childhood friend, whom she hadn't spoken to in over a decade, was seriously ill. Fear, regret, and memories of laughter flooded her mind. She picked up her phone, unsure of what she would say, and made that call. Within minutes, the tension melted. They laughed, cried, and reminisced. That simple conversation brought peace and closure that had been missing for years. Aisha realized that reconnecting, even at the last minute, was a gift she could give, not just to her friend, but to herself. The Quran reminds us of the importance of human connection and support. In Surah Al-Hashr 59:9, Allah emphasizes helping and connecting with people, fostering spiritual and social harmony. This isn't just about family or friends. It's about being a source of positivity and care in someone else's life. Each conversation is an opportunity to restore peace, love, and understanding. So before December ends, ask yourself, who am I missing? Who might need to hear my voice or my words of kindness before the year closes? Don't let hesitation, pride, or busy schedule stand in the way. Sometimes, a single call or message can change the course of someone's life. Before the year ends, ask yourself, who am I missing? Tag a friend who you've been meaning to speak with. Share this with someone you don't want to lose contact with. Which of your friends or family have you been meaning to reconnect with this year? Share below. Have you ever had a last-minute call that changed a life? Tell your story. Before we begin, please like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Share this video with your loved ones, because this knowledge can literally change a life. Now that we've reflected on the urgency of reconnecting, let's think about who we should reach out to. To make this meaningful, consider 7 key people who can truly impact your life, and whose lives you might impact in return. These aren't random contacts. They are the relationships that shape our emotions, memories, and spiritual growth. Here's a framework. A family member, perhaps a parent, sibling, or cousin you haven't spoken to in a while. Family ties are sacred in the Quran, as Surah An-Nisa 4:36 reminds us to honor parents and relatives. A close friend, someone who has been by your side in the past but drifted away. Reconnecting strengthens bonds that give us emotional resilience. A mentor or teacher, those who guided you this year or in the past. Gratitude expressed to mentors can uplift both parties and create lasting respect. Someone you've lost touch with, maybe a friend from school, college, or work. The Prophet Joseph, forgave and reunited with his brothers after years of separation. Surah Yusuf 12:92, showing the power of restoring lost connections. Someone who inspired you this year. Even if it's through their work, kindness, or achievements, letting them know their impact is invaluable. A person you disagreed with. Reconciliation is powerful. Resolving tension or misunderstandings brings peace to both hearts. The Quran encourages forgiveness and patience. Surah Al-Imran 3:134. Yourself, self-reflection, and personal growth matter. Speak kindly to yourself. Acknowledge your achievements and forgive your own mistakes. In India, a young woman called her estranged grandmother during winter after realizing the value of time. Their conversation renewed family warmth and brought joy to both. In Syria, neighbors reconnected after years of conflict, creating a sense of community and mutual support. Write down the 7 people you need to talk to before December ends. Tag someone from each category who matters to you. Don't wait for permission. Reach out today. Which of these 7 types of people do you find hardest to reconnect with? Have you ever reached out to someone you'd lost touch with? How did it feel? Now that we've identified the 7 key people to reconnect with, let's explore why these connections matter, not just practically, but emotionally and spiritually. Every conversation is an opportunity to heal, inspire, and grow, both for yourself and for others. Consider what's happening around the world right now. In Syria, families torn apart by conflict are reuniting, even if just virtually, finding hope in the smallest gestures: a phone call, a shared meal, a message of peace. In India, young adults are calling elderly relatives who live alone, realizing that a few minutes of attention can brighten days shadowed by isolation.
In Africa, community groups are reaching out to elders to learn stories and wisdom that risk being forgotten, strengthening social bonds. These stories remind us that connection is life-giving. It brings joy, reduces loneliness, and restores trust. The Quran repeatedly emphasizes the importance of human bonds. In Surah Al-Baqarah 2:177, Allah praises acts of goodness, including helping others, showing that our connections are not only social but spiritual duties. The Hadith teaches, the best of people are those who are most beneficial to others. Each call, message, or visit is a chance to embody this truth. Real-life example. Last month, a man named Karim realized he hadn't spoken to a childhood friend who had once supported him through hardship. He sent a simple message. "I've been thinking of you. How are you?" That message reignited a lifelong bond. Both felt lighter, happier, and spiritually fulfilled. This proves that even a small gesture can have profound impact. Imagine the joy your voice could bring to someone waiting for it. Reach out today. Even a simple text or voice note can change a life. Small actions can have huge spiritual and emotional rewards. Which of these real-world stories resonated with you the most? Have you ever reconnected with someone and felt an emotional or spiritual lift? Share your experience. Who in your life would benefit from your message today? By reflecting on these stories, we realize that the clock is ticking, time is limited, and the year is almost over. Each connection is not just a social duty, but a chance to heal, inspire, and grow closer to the values that the Quran and life itself cherish. Now that you've reflected on the importance of reconnecting and identified the 7 key people in your life, it's time to take action. Thinking about reaching out is meaningful, but without practical steps, time will slip by. Here are actionable ways to reconnect before December ends. Write a short message. A simple "I've been thinking of you" can be the start of a profound conversation. You don't need a perfect speech, just sincerity. Story example. In Egypt, a teacher sent a brief WhatsApp to a former student he hadn't seen in years. That message led to a heartfelt reunion and mentorship renewed. Call or video chat. Hearing a voice or seeing a face strengthens emotional bonds. During the COVID-19 lockdowns, millions of families realized that even a 5-minute video call could reduce loneliness and anxiety. Share memories or gratitude. Remind someone of a shared joyful moment or express appreciation for their impact in your life. Example. A woman in Lebanon emailed an old friend recounting childhood memories.
Both felt nostalgia, laughter, and healing. Offer support or help. Ask if they need assistance, advice, or just a listening ear. Quranic guidance. Surah An-Nisa 4:36 emphasizes helping family, relatives, neighbors, and those in need, connecting acts of kindness to spiritual growth. Reflect and journal your feelings. After each conversation, write down how it made you feel. Reflection enhances self-awareness and gratitude. Ahmed, a young man in Morocco, realized he hadn't spoken to his mentor for years. He sent a short message asking for guidance on life decisions. The mentor replied immediately, offering advice and encouragement. This simple act of reaching out changed Ahmed's perspective and strengthened the bond that time had threatened to fade. Make a list now and commit to contacting each person before December ends. Start small. A text, a voice note, or a video call. Every connection counts. Remember, sincerity is more important than length or eloquence. Which step will you take first to reconnect with someone? Have you tried any of these actions before? How did it feel? Who will you reach out to today? Share initials or first names in the comments to hold yourself accountable. Taking these steps transforms reflection into action. Every message, call, or shared memory is a chance to restore relationships, spread joy, and fulfill both social and spiritual responsibilities. The clock is ticking. Don't let the year end without reaching out. As you take practical steps to reconnect with the 7 key people in your life, it's essential to pause and reflect on why these connections matter. Not just socially, but spiritually. Each call, message, or visit is an act of care that strengthens your heart and soul, and it aligns with the teachings of the Quran. Think about the world around us right now. During the COVID-19 pandemic, countless people discovered the importance of meaningful conversations. Families separated by distance or illness found solace in even the shortest interactions. In Yemen, community volunteers are calling elderly residents, listening to their stories and offering emotional support. These gestures not only reduce loneliness, but also bring purpose and joy to the volunteers themselves. These examples highlight that connection is not just about words. It's about the intention and care behind them. When you reach out with sincerity, you contribute to someone's well-being and your own spiritual growth. The Quran consistently emphasizes the value of compassion, patience, and helping others. Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:2. And cooperate in righteousness and piety, but do not cooperate in sin and aggression. By reaching out and reconnecting, you are practicing cooperation in goodness and kindness. Hadith: the best of people are those who are most beneficial to others. Every reconnection, no matter how small, is a step toward being among those who benefit humanity. Fatima, a woman in Jordan, realized she had held a silent grudge against a childhood friend. Before December ended, she sent a message seeking forgiveness and sharing gratitude for their friendship. The friend replied warmly, and both felt a sense of spiritual relief and emotional peace that had been missing for years. Fatima reflected afterward. It wasn't just about repairing a relationship. It was about nurturing her own soul. Think beyond the call. Why does this relationship matter? Express gratitude, forgiveness, or encouragement when you reach out. Every reconnection is a spiritual act as well as an emotional one. Which of your 7 connections brings you the most peace or closure? Have you ever felt regret for not speaking to someone sooner? Share your experience. After reconnecting, how did it impact your emotional or spiritual well-being? Reflection deepens your understanding that reconnecting is more than just checking a box. It's a meaningful act that nurtures hearts, strengthens communities, and aligns with spiritual values. By consciously choosing to act before the year ends, you're not only restoring bonds, you're also growing closer to the principles of compassion, forgiveness, and kindness that the Quran teaches. The clock is ticking. December is nearly over, and with it goes an opportunity that may never return. The 7 people you've identified, the family member, friend, mentor, someone you've lost touch with, someone who inspired you, someone you disagreed with, and yourself, are waiting for your action. Some may not realize it, but your voice, your message, your call could transform their day, or even their year. Consider real-life examples happening right now. In the United States, a man named Daniel finally called his estranged brother after years of silence. That single conversation brought tears, laughter, and closure that had been impossible to achieve through messages alone. In Pakistan, a daughter contacted her father, who was recovering from illness. Their conversation healed old wounds and brought warmth that neither knew was missing. Communities in Lebanon are reconnecting with neighbors before the new year, creating bonds of mutual support in the face of ongoing challenges. These stories demonstrate a universal truth. Waiting too long can mean missed opportunities. The Quran reminds us in Surah Al-Asr, 103:1-3. By time, indeed, mankind is in loss, except for those who have believed and done righteous deeds and advised each other to truth and patience. Every moment wasted is a chance lost, but every action you take now is a step toward spiritual, emotional, and social fulfillment. Don't wait for January. Reach out today. Tag someone you will talk to before the year ends and commit to it. Take action now. A message, a call, or a voice note can change lives. Who will you talk to today? Share their initials in the comments to hold yourself accountable. Have you ever delayed a call or message and regretted it? What happened? Which of the 7 people on your list will you contact first? The essence of this moment is urgency. The year is ending, but your actions now can create lasting impact. Each reconnection is a gift of time, attention, and care. Do not let hesitation, fear, or pride prevent you from acting. Pick up the phone, send the message, say the words. Your courage and sincerity could be the reason someone smiles, feels peace, or experiences closure. Remember, December doesn't end without you taking these steps. The window is short, but the rewards, emotional, spiritual, and relational, are timeless. As December draws to a close, take a moment to reflect on all the steps you've taken, the messages, the calls, the reconnections, and the moments of self-reflection. Every interaction, no matter how small, is an act of love, forgiveness, and compassion. These are the threads that weave our social and spiritual fabric. Real-world stories remind us that connection matters now more than ever. A young woman in Indonesia reconnected with a mentor who inspired her years ago, reigniting hope and direction in her life. In Palestine, neighbors shared simple acts of care, creating harmony amid challenges. The Quran guides us toward nurturing relationships and practicing empathy. Surah Al-Hashr 59:9 encourages believers to care for one another and strengthen bonds. Similarly, Hadith reminds us that the best of people are those who are most beneficial to others. Each reconnection aligns with these timeless teachings. Reflect on your actions. Every connection is a small miracle. Be the reason someone smiles today. Reach out, forgive, and express gratitude. Carry these lessons into the new year. Let meaningful connections guide your life. Which of your 7 connections brought you the most joy this December? Share a blessing or lesson you gained from reconnecting this year. Who are you committing to stay connected with in the new year? As the year ends, remember, connections are not just social acts. They are spiritual acts, gifts to others and paths to inner peace. Take the lessons you've learned, cherish the bonds you've restored, and step into the new year with a heart full of care, gratitude, and intentional relationships.